Happy Monday. These are your local first headlines from York County's news desk. Da-da-da-da-da, we are 31 days away from Christmas. And if you spent your weekend putting up Christmas lights, well, you're the family hero. On the other end of the holiday, how long do you leave them up? You leave them up all year, you know what? It isn't against the law in York County. I actually checked. So just so you know, it may not be against the law, but it may violate a local ordinance or a homeowners association rule, and it's generally not recommended due to safety hazards and potential for property damage, blah, blah, blah. So there is no federal law against it. However, some cities have specific rules, such as deadline for removal, that you have to follow. I don't think anybody in York County actually has that, but you probably should check. And when it comes to the best state between Maine and New Hampshire, who do you think has it better? If you're Team Maine, you just got trounced by the Live Free or Die state, who actually are way up on the list when it comes to the national ranking. New Hampshire was listed as number 2 behind, take a guess, on the number 1 state in America. What are you going to say? New York, California, Florida, Hawaii? It's got to be Hawaii, right? No, it's Utah. That's right, Utah. Well, there's some bragging rights for Thanksgiving. Well, how did New Hampshire do it? It was based on healthcare, education, natural environment, opportunity, economy, crime and corrections, infrastructure, and financial stability. What? Nothing about not having to pay 5 cents every time you get a plastic bag? I mean, to me, that's kind of a selling point. And from the how do they know what we're going to do file, AAA projects more than 80 million people will travel this Thanksgiving week. But you ever wonder how they come to that number? No, seriously, how do they know that 80 million people are traveling? Reading Facebook? I get they can document those who have already booked flying, but how are they going to know if I go to the Kittery outlets on Black Friday? Anyway, it gets worse. AAA spokesman Dan Goodman says those traveling for Turkey Day this year could see longer waits, aggressive drivers, increased traffic, and more. Like, based on what? What if we all choose to not be angry this Thanksgiving? Everyone's going to be chill. How do you guys know so much about what we're doing? You're running flock cameras over there at AAA? Jeez. And that's what's trending. Let's check sports.
This sports